That's a great question to ask yourself. If I didn't shy away, what might happen in my life? If I didn't shrink, if I didn't avoid, if I didn't stifle my voice, if I didn't turn a blind eye to opportunity, instead if I allowed all of that to make itself manifest in my life, what would life be like? Well, the promise of the resurrection, in some real sense, is that the degree to which you will be revivified is precisely proportionate to the degree to which you have enough faith and courage to confront the catastrophe of existence.
We like to think of ourselves as one solid, unified person. After all, we have one body, one name, and one life to live. But if we pay close attention to the chatter inside our heads, we'll realize that our mind is more like a crowded stage than a solo act. Different voices take turns at the microphone, each with their own dramatic interpretations of life. Some of these voices are helpful, but many are not. And if we're not careful, we'll let the loudest, most panicked ones run the show. Imagine your mind as a theater. At center stage, there's a microphone where different inner voices step up to speak. Some of these characters are less than ideal. The panicker screams that everything is going wrong, that disaster is imminent, and that even small problems are catastrophes. The self-flagellator hisses that everything is your fault, that you're worthless, and that you don't deserve happiness. The depressive sighs that life is meaningless, that nothing will ever get better, and that doom is inevitable. These voices love to hog the spotlight. They're dramatic, convincing, and worst of all, unhelpful. But here's the good news. There's another voice in the wings, waiting for its turn. Somewhere in the shadows of your mental theater, there's a quieter, wiser figure, the adult. This voice isn't as loud or pushy as the others, but it's the one we should be listening to the most. How do you recognize the adult? Because it speaks with resourcefulness. Instead of panicking, it looks for solutions. It knows that even in tough moments, there's a way forward. Kindness. It doesn't berate you for mistakes. It understands that life is hard and that you're doing your best. Perspective. It reminds you that most problems aren't life or death. A bad day doesn't mean a bad life. Practicality. It tells you to sleep, eat, and take a breath before reacting. It knows that exhaustion makes everything worse. The problem? We rarely invite the adult to speak. We're so used to the louder, more frantic voices that we forget we have a choice in who gets the microphone. The great thing about the adult is that it's already inside you. You don't need a psychology degree or years of meditation to access it. You just need to pause and ask one simple question. What would the adult say here? When you're spiraling into anxiety over a text left unanswered, ask, what would the adult say? Probably, they're busy. It's not about you. Relax. When you're beating yourself up over a mistake, ask, what would the adult say? Maybe, everyone messes up. What can you learn from this? When you're convinced everything is hopeless, ask, what would the adult say? Likely, this feeling won't last. Let's focus on one small step forward. The more you ask this question, the stronger the adult's voice becomes. Over time, you'll start to notice that the panicker, the depressive, and the self-critic don't have as much power over you. The truth is, we can't silence the unhelpful voices entirely. They're part of being human. But we can decide which one gets the final say. The next time your mind feels like a chaotic debate stage, remember, you control the microphone. So take a breath. Let the panicker rant, acknowledge the depressive's fears, and then, firmly but kindly, turn to the adult. Because that's the voice that actually knows how to handle life. It's already in you. All you have to do is listen.